if you don't know what to wear for a cocktail function, this is what you should wear. If you don't want to be a wallpaper but you still want to stand out in an elegant, understated kind of way, this is what I would opt for. Hi there, my name is Eileen and thank you so much for joining me on my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the fabulous Mrs Maisel. So that series really spoke to me because of the fact that Mrs Maisel or Midge in the series, after her divorce, really set out for what she always wanted to do, which was to be a stand-up comedian.
I am pursuing a career in stand-up comedy.
You what?
Abe.
This is outrageous. How could you do this, Miriam? What a secret to keep from your father.
And she did it in style. So one of the outfits that she was regularly seen in the series is the black cocktail dress, such as the one that I am wearing. And this is very 1950s in silhouette. She was wearing two types of a 1950s silhouette. The new look, which is the vast waist and then it flows out to a skirt, was invented by Mr. Christian Dior himself. It was after the war. Women were so sick of rationing and he came up with a new look so that he could use yards and yards of silk as much as he wanted, because wartime was over. And also he used pops of color because color was really expensive to manufacture as well during the war times. And that's exactly why that new look, that new silhouette of the fit and flare, what we call today the A-line, came about, so that women could use as much material as they luxuriously want to. That's exactly why I said it resonates with me as well, because we are going through COVID as well. We are going through that transition phase as if we are in a war period and we have to do a lot of rationing. So there are happier days to come. It's one of the most spectacular period dramas on TV besides Mad Men. This is exactly why I say fashion really speaks volumes. If you have fabulous costumes, that is really going to pop off the screen and going to make that series even more authentic. And I made it as authentic as possible.
Haven't been touched very much, and with some amazing production design, we have been able to bring New York into this show.
The Altman was one of the great department stores. In fact, was the first department store to move to Fifth Avenue. It's just an interesting reference to history.
The inside of the Altman is just spectacular.
And I like to just try to be as true to the period as possible.
It makes us feel like we're time traveling. We are entering another time and another place, and it makes our performances that much better.
You ready to do this?
Good a time as any.
And it was so sumptuous in every single detail of the show. So let's get on with the first outfit that I'm showcasing, which is this black cocktail dress. As I've said, when she goes out onto the stage, you would think as a comedian that they will be wearing or expected to wear something that is funny, maybe because they expect to make the crowd laugh. But she went and did it in style with so many different outfits, but the most outstanding one I think on stage is the black cocktail dress. And the most wonderful thing about it is that's exactly why I zoomed in on it, because she wore that double strand pearl choker. In the 1950s, you really can tell whether a lady is coming from a wealthy and well-to-do and well-brought-up background if she has that strand of pearls. And she definitely had that, because in the beginning of the series you can see that she came from the Upper East Side, lived in a luxurious penthouse.
Jesus Christ, what is this, a landing strip? Where's your airplane? In the bathroom? Where are we going?
And so when she went on stage, she really dressed as if she was going places. If you dress like crap, you are going to end up going to crappy places. And if you dress up as if you are going for the ride of your life, you will go places. This is exactly why I said she started out with small bars and ended up with her name on the billboard.
I had it all. I had everything I'd always wanted, and now it's all falling apart.
Mrs.
Okay,
Maisel.
here you go. Tits up.
Tits up.
You know, she's always believed in me, Susie. She's pushed me to get better and better.
You're on the marquee! The whole world to see! It's a big time, baby! Take a picture!
And don't you know it's confident? Every diamond ring is red.
And her friendship with Susie is really one of the star points of the show as well, especially when Susie has this to say about her.
You are not her competition. You are not even in the same league. She's got guts. That is the difference between Mrs Maisel and the great Sophie Lennon. You're a star for now, but she is gonna be a goddamn legend. You're gonna be great.
There is no other option.
So that's why I've taken out this dress. I can't remember when I wore this the last time, honestly speaking. And what I love about this is because it's got the black and white hemline. It's individually sewn on. I want my triple strand freshwater pearls instead of my usual seawater pearls. This is also one of the first set of pearls that my mom gifted to me, and I am not wearing any other accessories except for the smoky quartz bracelet. So you see her from the first episode. The costume designer didn't know that that coat was going to be so iconic. It is associated with her, and the color raspberry can be seen throughout the whole of the series. It's one of the best colors on her. It gives it that pop of color. And this is set in the 1950s, especially when you see Rose. She was talking to Midge, who was supposed to meet up with her ex-husband, and the mom asked her what she was going to be wearing.
What are you going to wear?
Why?
Wear your red dress.
That's an evening dress.
It's different. If you have to see Joel, then he has to see you. And if he has to see you, he should see what he's missing.
Unfortunately, all the outfits that I'm going to be featuring in this video are reproductions. But this sort of outlines how influential that 1950s style is all about. The figure hugging dresses is either the wasp waist with a full flowy skirt or something like this, which is like a wiggle dress. I love the construction of this dress. If you see that it's got gathers here, or you call darts here, and then you've got darts at the waist as well, so that it is very structured, and it hugs all the curves, so it gives the illusion of an hourglass figure. I love the pop of color as well. This is actually a wool dress. I've also taken out my raspberry colored hairband. I am wearing my single strand pearl necklace and pearl studs, as well as the diamante brooch that my mom gifted to me with a 4-leaf clover for luck. And that's how I envision having the first outfit of the day, emulating the fabulous style of Mrs Maisel. If you are enjoying this video, please take that moment to consider joining my YouTube channel, as I would really love for you to join my YouTube family. Stay with me till the end of the video, because I'm going to be pulling out some more fabulous looks from the fabulous Mrs Maisel as my style inspiration. For the next look, I have put on another outfit, which is raspberry top with a tartan skirt. I saw this on Mrs Maisel and I was thinking, wow, I've actually got a raspberry top and a tartan skirt, and then I put on my Celine scarf and the same raspberry hairband. So this is very much from that period, which is a blouse in a very tight fitting form in various colors. You can see her wearing in a raspberry pink or in a green color. I actually had one which is like a green color previously. So this is one of the 1950s look as well. It also carries through to the 1960s, where you see a lot of this type of an ensemble for TV shows such as Happy Days as well. So this is another very fun, more casual outfit. But even when they term it as casual, if you compare it to today, this is considered very dressed up. This gray flannel dress is really so elegant, and a lot of women tend to dismiss the color gray because they think it's very boring. But because of the influence that I've seen on Miss Dita Von Teese when she appeared in the Smithsonian Channel, The Way We Wore, she wore that dress that she had on, which is Dior inspired, and Dior was actually the one who came up with this type of a material, this type of a silhouette, and this type of detail in the 1950s as well. So this is part of the new look as well. So you can also see this bow detail in a lot of the details of the dresses throughout the series of Mrs Maisel, and also some in a more flirty, frilly type of a bow tie. But I think this is a much more elegant, understated, more grown-up kind of bow tie. And also because of the series of Mrs Maisel, it really ignited a lot of interest in the 1950s era again. That's exactly why I said clothing is not just about fashion. It also celebrates a very special period in fashion, and people can revisit and appreciate how beautiful it is. Like, nobody would imagine that a gray flannel dress would look so elegant and so arresting. This is what you call quiet elegance, that you just stand out very quietly, and not in a very cheap kind of way, or not having cheap material. It's in the cutting, it's in the material, it's in the detail. So you really enjoy putting it on. When you put it on, you feel like you can go places, and you feel like $1 million. What can I say? It's so delightfully elegant. As I've mentioned, in the 1950s, color really popped, and a lot of more luxurious materials like shantung silk or Thai silk. You can see the young Queen Elizabeth wearing Thai silk, and also with bright pops of blue. Blue was really popular, more so because at that period in time, you have to understand the now present Queen Elizabeth, even though she looks like a dowager queen, but in those days she was a very young teenager. So women looked up to her as well for their fashion inspiration, as much as we are looking up to Duchess Kate for our fashion inspiration. So this is exactly why when you see Mrs Maisel, you see lots and lots of pops of color. You can see the pops of color, the bright pinks, the sky blue, and even the green was in chartreuse color. You can also see the bright pops of color in makeup as well. I have purposefully put on blue eyeshadow with fuchsia pink lips for this look. When you are wearing more brighter colors like blue or pinks, it's always better to put on a fuchsia lipstick instead of a red lipstick, because red lipstick matches colors such as black or red or a deeper shade of blue. So this brings an end to this video. It's been a pleasure having you on my channel. It's been a pleasure showing you the voyage of fashion through the 1950s, which you can see how significant Christian Dior's design really is. It still lives on today in the princess cut and also in the body hugging dresses. If you have liked this video, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe so that I can have the pleasure of your company in my future videos again. And don't forget that in the bleak period that we are living in, color plays a significant role to cheer yourself up. When you wear some bright pop of color on yourself, you really feel different. You really feel more cheerful for the day, and I hope that you will have a very bright and colorful week ahead. I'll see you again in my next video. Goodbye.